Good morning. Welcome to our launch of course registration for the next school year for those students who are currently in grades 9 through 11 at Newton North. The registration process has 5 phases. First, teachers will talk with students and recommend courses. Second, students will request electives directly in Aspen. Third, counselors meet with each of their students about their course requests. Fourth, the counselors review student course requests for accuracy and completion. And lastly, students will confirm their course requests and their total number of credits. They will be verifying their course requests during the last day of registration this spring. Today's introductory video will focus on phase number 1. Phase number 1 has 5 parts. First, familiarize yourself with the resources on the Newton North website. Second, review the graduation requirements at Newton North. Third, assess your progress on those graduation requirements. Fourth, have a conversation with each of your teachers about course recommendations. And lastly, be sure to review opportunities and start planning your course requests for next year. The Newton North High School website has a section dedicated to course registration. Go to the Newton North High School website, then choose Academics. Under Academics, choose Course Registration, Current Newton North High School Students. Here you will find all of the directions, information, and resources that you need to complete course registration this spring. You should review Newton North's graduation requirements. Our graduation requirements are outlined in the course catalog, Opportunities. Newton North requires 243 credits for graduation. I have recently posted a document in your Documents folder in Aspen called a Progress to Graduation. A Progress to Graduation report shows you all of the courses that you have taken so far at Newton North and all of the credits associated with each of these courses. This is a picture of a sample Progress to Grad for our sample student, Greg Brady. You can see that on the left-hand side are all of the courses that he has completed, as well as the courses that are currently in progress. And on the right-hand side, you can see a grid that helps you outline your progress towards each of the graduation requirement areas. This is a tool that you can use to help you figure out how you're doing in making progress towards graduation. You also can assess your progress on our graduation requirements by looking at how many credits are necessary to promote from one grade level to the next. For example, you must earn 48 credits to be promoted from the 9th grade to the 10th grade. We ask that all teachers in the building have conversations with each of their students about course recommendations. So it's really important that you as a student have a conversation with each of your teachers about your course request for next year. As you have these conversations, think about these questions. Will a specific course provide the appropriate balance of challenge and support for you? Newton North is committed to finding a balance of challenge and support both in individual courses as well as in your overall course load. So will your overall course load provide the appropriate balance of challenge and support for you? We also encourage you to ensure that your schedule includes time for joy, and we encourage you to buck peer pressure. Make decisions for you. Lastly, be able to answer why you want to take a particular course. You should review opportunities and start planning your course request for next year. It is really important that all students and families read the introductory parts of opportunities. Please note the fact that we are firm in our position that students may not change their course requests after verification week, the final week of course registration. You should schedule an appointment with your school counselor during phase number 3 of course registration. Our school counselors aim to meet with each student on their caseload to discuss their course requests. Counselors will first meet with current juniors, then current sophomores, and then finally those students in grade 9. Be prepared to discuss the balance in your schedule as well as your progress toward graduation. As you think about your course requests for next year, keep in mind the minimum number of credits and the maximum number of credits that you can request. A full schedule is 84 credits for the year. The minimum required load at Newton North is to take the average of 6 blocks per quarter on our 7-block schedule, which is a schedule of 72 credits. Juniors and seniors may request a reduced load of taking 2 quarters with 5 blocks and 2 quarters with 6 blocks. That is a 66 credit load, but that must be pre-approved by the dean and the school counselor. In the resources on the Newton North website, you will find a worksheet that will help you lay out your course requests and think about how you will fit together the courses that you are requesting for next year. When you click on the link for the registration worksheet, it will force you to make a copy of this worksheet and put it in your personal Google Drive. You could then share that worksheet with your school counselor so that you can work on looking at your course load with your counselor. You do not need to share that worksheet with anyone else at Newton North. The worksheet is really designed to be a tool that will help you visualize your courses for next year. There are tabs in the worksheet that include samples of different ways you can construct a schedule. You could work on this worksheet with your counselor, with an academic support teacher, with a mentor, someone who can help you think about your course requests for next year. We also strongly recommend that you work on these worksheets with your parents as you think about what your family wants you to do next year and what courses should be on your schedule. The worksheet also encourages you to think about alternates. Alternates are really important in our scheduling process because, as we know, you can't always get all of the courses that you have requested. Here are a few important reminders. You cannot choose which semester or quarter a class is scheduled into. You should select alternates for all electives, and any course that is requested, either a primary or an alternate request, must be a class that you are willing to take. You might ask, why are alternates so important? First and foremost, some classes won't run. You'll want to have an alternate selected if your primary course does not run. There also will be many classes that have more requests than seats available. Again, you're going to want to make sure you have an alternate if you don't receive a seat in that primary course request. Lastly, some combinations of classes just don't work. For example, if you request 1 semester of jazz workshop and 1 semester of culinary, imagine that culinary is available A, B, and G blocks, but jazz workshop is scheduled into C. These 2 courses just won't Tetris or jigsaw together. Aspen chooses the blocks for each course each year based on the requests in that specific year. The software's goal is to maximize the number of primary requests scheduled for each student. Therefore, we do not know ahead of time which combinations will or won't work. So that is all for today. That is step number 1 of our course registration process. Here is the calendar for the month of March. You can see that each phase of the process is laid out on the calendar. Note again that all student course requests are considered final at the end of the verification period. I will be back with another video as we approach step number 2 in the middle of March. For now, this is everything that you need to know to get started on your course registration for the next school year. Please know that your teachers, your school counselors, your dean, and Principal Turner and myself are all here to answer your questions and to support you throughout